Morning. Happy President's Day. Justin with EquinEdge. We're back. Another long week at the fairgrounds, but happy President's Day. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Cold yesterday on the card, and then the second to last race, we hit the 13-1 bomber, 470-1 trifecta, 26-1 daily double. That was a good shot in the 4-horse there yesterday in race 7. So the card today, there's big chalk there early, which was to be expected in the 4-horse, skip the line. The next couple races I thought were actually fairly competitive. So we're going to jump in and start in race 4. I like to exact. I like to try here. I think you can play the pick threes, the daily doubles. In this race, Boyatano, there's cheap speed up front. You can see that if we watch the race sim here, we'll see the cheap, maybe. We can see the cheap speed up front, and maybe that's not going to show. So let's jump in. I think the 1 can sit off the speed second time, or second off the win for Kameo. 1 and a 56 last out on the lead is showing the ability to stock. I land on the 4. ZZ's Prince is my top pick, but I think the 1 can run a good race, and you can. I like the pick 3, the try here, the exacta with the 1 and the 4. I think the 4 for Whitney Zerengwe, 156-58. They're at Fairgrounds at Louisiana Downs this fall, and then face slightly tougher 2 back. Did burn a little bit of money here, but I think fits. Jose rides here. I think it's a great stocking trip. Sits the trip, and again, I think the 1 can run a big race. So it's between the 2 of them. There's a trifecta from a. I also like the pick 3 here, so we'll look at that as well. Trying to share here. It hasn't flipped over, but I like the 1 and 4 in race 4. And then in the next race, 5, 3, 7, 4. And you can see there, I like it cheap in the pick 3. If you want to add a little bit of coverage in race 6, we can, and we'll look at that ticket as well. But I did think that here in leg race 5, I thought this was actually a fairly competitive race. I didn't think the 7 Furio was going to be all that. I think there is other speed. That's, the post is probably okay with the scratch. That's only going to help. I think Furio definitely has a shot here for Joe Sharp, but I actually landed on, I think Handsome Pants, the long shot, even has a big look. So if we jump down there, Kenny McPeak, they had a lot of intent with Handsome Pants, and you can see they're dropped into, the Breeders' Futurity over at Keeneland. Didn't run, and then, didn't necessarily run there at Oaklawn Park. But a wet, fast track, gets back to a dry track, I think has a big look. But not huge opinion here. I think, I would spread there in the pick 3. And then in leg number 6, I struggle with this race actually quite a bit. So I do think the Scotty picks have it, the 10, 12, 4. And here we look at Burkus. This is a rough race. I mean, none of these have been able to win. And we get Burkus, who's lightly raced, and we also get the GSR increase to 76, a 5-2 E morning line off 6-1. You get the 9-point GSR increase on the stretch out. Second time out for Alstall. James Graham, I think, could be really tough here. If you want to add a little bit of coverage, it's the 12 and 4. So I would play it to the 10 a handful of times, and then if you want to save, you could get a little bit of coverage there at the 10 and 4. You could play it for $12. But I do like playing just straight to the 10. I thought that horse would be tough here off of second time out. Again, Warp 9, I think, has a shot for Kenny McPeak for sure. Improved last out in a 44. And then Jungle Law up front, I think, would be the long shot off the claim for Duhan. So if you wanted to add a little bit of coverage there. All right, let's keep going. Next opinion is actually in race number 8. And we will jump over there. Looks like it's still generating. Give me a second. Having trouble this morning, so there we go. 4-horse on top. I think easy roll for Alexis Clare. Looks very tough here. I believe. I'm trying to get the screen back up. Give me 1 second. The 13811 underneath, but I did think easy roll would be tough here. Now we've lost the screen completely. Sorry, y'all. Happy President's Day. Enjoy the Monday if you're off work. I took the day off. And wow. Sorry. Maybe my internet here. Well, let's see if we can trying to see if we can get back to race 8. All right. There is race 6. We talked about 4, 5, 6, the pick 3 sequence there. Again, if you're just joining us, you could add some coverage in the 4 and 12 there in race 6 too, if you want to. But I do like the 1 and 4 there. Let's jump to race 8 and see if this will show up. I thought the easy roll for Alexis Claire could be a single late. I also thought Burkus could be a single. Probably a little more confidence in easy roll in race number 8. I would say Alexis Claire, second off the claim. If we can get this to keep going. Oof. Or not. Well, race 8. Let's see if we can get it to show up here. I like the 4. I like the daily double into the 3, 4. There we go. And we're back to race 4 again. Huh. Okay, there we go. Easy roll. Alexis Claire, 2-1 on the E morning line. I thought would be tough here off the claim. Is 1 for 12, but has been facing much, much tougher on the turf over in New York. She claimed here and then comes back out and puts J-Love up. So I think well intended. And then the trifecta. See if we can get this to show. I like the try here. The 4 over the 3, 1, 11, and 8, $6. I think could pay well. You can get some prices in the the 1 and the 3 and or the 11. You can see it's 13% there. Will be closing late. I'm not really a fan of the speed in the 8. I think there's a lot of pace here. Can make it tough. And then in race 9, and then I'll let you all go. I like the 3 and 4 here. Clear as Bell and Benji Star. You can Benji Star looks tough. Wins the race in fairly easy. There's the 3 Clears Bell. I think does have a shot, because the 4 horse has won, did win easy last out, but really have been struggling for Stidham. The cut back. I've been here at Fairgrounds. Definitely looks to be in form. That was a big win last out. Jose Ortiz to ride. But I thought Clears Bell did have a look, coming from much, much tougher. Did win a stakes race 70 at Louisiana Downs, and then didn't necessarily run, but did improve in the last couple versus, and fits at this level. That was a 62. So I like the 4 into the 3, 4 daily double. And, race 6, the 10. And we talked about race 4, the 4 and the 1, the 4 on top. All right, I'm going to let you go. A little bit technical difficulties today. I will see you all Thursday. Have a good week. Happy President's Day. Press your opinion today. Competitive card. Talk soon.